happen to see that.
So
I don't know. Should
yeah,
I take my glasses on
it got to put
or
an S
off?
in the name because that's one of your selling points. You squirt. So
It is. I mean, allegedly. I like to say allegedly because,
allegedly,
as
my
you know,
ass.
every penis is different.
Mhm.
So, it just kind of depends. So, like, I can't always guarantee. I can kind of sometimes try.
So do you remember the first time you squirted?
I Yes.
So tell us about it.
Um, so way back when, like I want to say probably 25 years ago, I guess, I was in a dom sub relationship with a guy, and
Mm.
he sort of taught me how to. And kind of ever since then, I just was like, oh, okay. And I have, not being all personal about my body stuff, but I have a
Mhm.
very small clit. So a lot of women are graced with these big, giant, you don't need a microscope to see. I am not one of those women, but what I do have is a giant G spot. So, the good Lord graced me with a giant G spot. So ever since I learned how to do it, I've been doing it.
So please explain how did he teach you? Because I had a homegirl who taught herself how to squirt. And I was like, damn, that's something you can teach yourself. So how did he teach you how to
Yeah. Um, so I guess it sounds really crazy because now looking back, I'm just kind of like, wow, I was I'm so sorry. I'm
No,
so
it's all good. I have cats
sorry.
and I had a dog before. So the smokers know when the animals can smell when the girls get on camera, they want some attention.
Yeah, he usually
All right.
does, but I think I was trying to figure out what did it. Usually something will start it off, but
Mhm.
so I was promiscuous when I was younger, but um, I guess I didn't fully understand sexually everything. Yeah, I'm a product of the 70s. What can I say? We believe we're free spirited, and I'm a
Mhm.
Gen Xer, but then in reality, we realize, oh well, we've been kind of we've been kind of like sheltered our whole lives too without
Mhm.
experiencing all of the sexual revolution like they did in the 60s. And then I think like millennials do now, they have the sexual revolution where everything's okay. You can explore and be all this stuff. Back then, I feel like it was kind of frowned on, especially growing up in the South.
Oh yeah.
So, so I never had like a clitoral orgasm, but one
Mhm.
time
Mhm.
I still really don't have them. So I just didn't think that it was a normal thing to have any kind of orgasm. I didn't know. I was like, oh, I enjoy sex. It feels good, but I never orgasmed. Um,
Mhm.
and so when he sort of talked to me about it, there was this whole conversation and research of like,
Mhm.
oh, isn't that pee? Is that not pee? And he said basically like you do your fingers like this and you do the little C thing and you just kind of rub it and you'll
Hold on.
feel it.
I already know.
Oh, oh, I
I
wasn't
already
sure.
know.
I don't have my glasses on, so like all I see is like you doing this,
Yeah.
and I don't know.
Now, because people don't understand, the woman's G spot is right underneath the hood.
Yes.
So whether you're eating the pussy, you hit the dick, you got to rub against the hood, and that would
Hmm.
usually cause an orgasm and even helps girls squirt.
Yes, and I don't have a clit, and my vagina's back kind of a little farther, which sounds
Mhm.
really weird, but like I know where my vagina is, and it's not in a normal place for some women. It's more forward for some women.
Mhm.
Mine's down lower. It's near my butt, more closer to my butt. So there's a lot of oops, I didn't mean to hit that hole sort of thing. But like I don't know. I've learned over the years certain positions based on certain penis types.
Mhm.
It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be a certain size. It just kind of, I just have to look at it and go, oh, there's that curve. I'm gonna adjust my body and adjust my vagina so it hits the curve right. So, and I usually squirt even if the guy is shit and he doesn't do anything.
Mhm.
I'll still
Okay.
I'll still squirt and he'll be like, "Oh, cool. Like I made you happy." I'm like, "Yeah, that was totally on you. Good job. Good job, buddy." Yeah, good job.
you, you. If anybody see this interview that shot with her, she just hurt y'all feelings because y'all actually thought y'all was fucking the brakes off of her. Y'all won't doing shit.
It's all me. It's all me. And
No, but
the
I've heard
worst.
that curved dicks are better for ladies, especially for squirters, because curved dicks, like myself, not bragging, we hit the spot a little easier than straight dicks do without
Yeah.
adjustment.
Now, there are certain guys who are incredibly girthy. I just had a collab with one, Peter Fitzwell. He's incredibly girthy, and I was like, there's no curve pretty much. I mean, there's
Mm,
a little bit, there's no curve, but he made me squirt a lot.
mm,
So I think it also has to do with like sort of the connection, like, ooh, are they actually enjoying it? Is this just a
mm.
job for them? And then there is a younger guy that I collaborated with. It's kind of part of my like stepson. I saw you fuck the Uber driver in the driveway. Now
Yeah,
I'm
I saw that.
making you
I
fuck
still
me.
look at that.
I just did another section of that one, like one of his basketball teammates. So that's coming out like this week, I think. But
Mm.
his dick is so curved, like it's really curved, but it it worked quite well. So I think he's been with a lot of women who did not know they squirted, and that giant curve he has just kind of hit. So I think it's if you know how to do it and sort of are able to let yourself go and get over the fact of it's not pee, although it is coming from the urethra, I think you're fine. And also, get waterproof mattress covers because they are lifesavers.
So with that being said, hello smokers, it's time to smoke this over. Welcome to the Smokers Lounge. You know I am the guy who loves when a woman squirts in his face as he eats the pussy, and he takes it in his mouth and spit it right back on the pussy. Continue. I'm talking about none other than your wonderful, wonderful host, Kevin Arthur, Subchamp, aka the Porn Rap Star. Find all my links with one link on mylinks.com/porn rap star. We now have 5 sponsors to tell you about. The first one being eroticismmagazine.com. Please go get a subscription to one of the hottest adult mags in the game. Next up, award-winning, award-nominated. I'm talking about none other than blusherrocker.com. Please subscribe to their website. They also got virtual reality, and they do voiceover with smut. So, yeah, it's beautiful. Also, the Kinky Candle Company, for anyone that loves candle, whether it's wax play or you just want to set the mood with a great smell when you're having sex. And next up, for you people that love legal shit, that need legal help, the Queen of Law herself, Mitchell Ferrari. And last but not least, our newest sponsor, Past That Installation, Inhalation Group, aka Past That Apparel. That's right, that link is in the description. They have great t-shirts as well as accessories for all you people that is all about that 420 and that good weed and smoking. Okay, people. Also, you can find me 5 days out the week in the mornings at fullswapradio.com as well as sgpradio.com as well as after damn it, Skyhawk After Dark TV.com. Now, as you heard, this lady squirts not like a faucet. She squirts like a fucking water hose. She's a sexy MILF, hot wife, cougar, whatever you want to call it. And as you can see, that I'm pretty sure the mouth is just as wet as the pussy, because usually that's the case when you deal with females that squirt. And she also had the pleasure of working with a former colleague of mine and a great friend, Billy Pilgrim, who had nothing but great things to say about this sexy lady. I'm talking about none other than the queen of squirting. I'm talking about none other than Molly McSquirts. Say hello to my smokers.
Hi, everyone.
Now, I normally get them to say their name, but I kind of threw myself off. So y'all get the fuck
It's
over it.
fine.
How you doing today, baby?
I am perfectly great. How are you?
Why do men think when y'all squirt is pee?
I think probably because some people do pee and don't squirt.
Mm.
So, I mean, I feel I was speaking with another really big content creator, and he's like that's fine. I'm all for squirty, but like don't be peeing. Like don't say you're peeing or don't say you're squirting and it be pee. And I'm just like, no, I I know when I have to pee. I will literally say stop, stop, stop. I have to go pee, and I will go pee, and then I will come back, and then I will still squirt. So some people do pee. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't. I like if somebody said I need a huge, if you're paying me to do a huge, like a huge ass fountain, it's probably gonna be me peeing also. Let's just be honest with it. But I'm not gonna do it in somebody's fucking face. That's wrong unless they like that, and then like that's cool. I'll do that. Especially if you're paying me, that's even better.
So because I know a lot of girls that squirt when they have to squirt in the scene, they drink a shitload of water.
Yeah, I do. I drink a like a gallon and a half if I'm doing if I'm doing a scene. I won't eat anything, and all I'll do is drink water with electrolytes. But also, I just recently learned that Pedialyte, so
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna switch to Pedialyte and see how that works for me too. So,
Mm.
because I get really dehydrated, especially
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
Um, yeah, I think I'm trying to remember. I think the first time Billy and I met, um, we did like a regular gonzo to kind of break the ice. I'd never met him before. I chatted with him online some, and reached out to me and was like, "Hey, would you like to collab?" I was like, "You're a fucking AVN nominated star. Absolutely, I want to. I'm like this baby nobody." And so like I could not tell you how many times I squirted that weekend. We did three film. I think we did three shoots that weekend, and I I I could not. I lost count how many times that man had me squirting. And the newer somebody is, like the newer a cock is for me, a lot of times it's gonna like I'm gonna squirt a lot. So I don't know why it is. If it's a new cock, I've never collaborated with you before, I'm probably gonna squirt a lot. I don't know why.
Oh my god! So now let's go back in the time machine. What got you into porn in the first place?
So I've been on FetLife for a while. I actually got banned from FetLife for a little bit because, like an idiot, I put up my new links, and so I had to restart my FetLife account, which I'm
I'm
Molly. I think
still
I'm
shocked
Molly
that they
McSquirts on
do
that.
bump people off of Fat Life. Like this
Yeah,
is
because
Fat Life. I'm like, you
I
know how
know.
some of the nastiest shit I done seen on the
I
internet on Fat Life.
I know, but I posted my my social media links for
Mm-hmm.
OnlyFans and stuff like that. But I had a huge crush on Mistress Cora. I think she's been a guest of yours at least once,
Yeah.
if not more than that. I had a huge crush on her. I followed her forever, and then I happened upon Austin Michaels, West Philly Dungeon. I think he goes by West Philly Dom now.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like late last year. And I kind of out of the blue messaged him. I'm like, hey, I turned 53 in January. I have always wanted to just do this one time. Like, I've always wanted to be a porn, but just one. Like, I'm trying to do my bucket list now that I'm in going towards my mid 50s. So I'm trying to do all
You
this
just
bucket
proved
list
my
shit.
point. You just proved my point. Thank you for saying that. I kept saying this, people. Now I'm gonna let her finish. All you fucking women want to do what she do. If if y'all need, all women wants to do porn. Long as they don't get found out, they can make a quick buck, and they don't get the repercussions if they get out. Go ahead.
Oh, it's fine. So I knew Austin did a lot of MILF. I'm actually technically a GILF because I am a grandma and I'm about to be a second time grandma. Yay.
Oh,
Um, so I messaged him and I was like, hey, I don't know if you'd be interested. My birthday's coming up. I really just want to do this one time. And he's like, well, do this and this and this and this and this. Like, you got to join OnlyFans. You have to join ManyVids, at least so that when I tag you, it can come up. He's like,
yeah.
do you want to be faceless? I'm like, nah, my face is pretty good. Like, I'm okay. Like, I'm not fugly. So like, we're okay. Let's just put my face on there.
Mhm.
And he's like, well, you have to get tested and all this other stuff. And I was like, oof, okay, exposable income. So I am lucky that I have like I'm I try to watch my money. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Because testing is like really expensive.
true. You tell.
So um, ended up, he was like, well, I'm going to DC for Exotica. And I
Mhm.
went, okay. So I drove to DC literally just to fuck Austin Michaels on camera. I was so fucking nervous. I had no idea. I just treated it like I was fucking a regular guy.
Mhm.
And I was just like, well, that was fun. And then Billy reached out to me after that, and I met Billy, and I was like, "Oh, this is really fun." Because I, I was just like, I can do all the shit that I wanted to do before, and I've
Mhm.
been, I. This sounds crazy. I only fuck on camera. I've been single for over 3.5 years. I don't have the time to deal with a relationship,
Mhm.
because men in general are. I think we all know how people are nowadays. I just don't people very well.
Mhm.
Um, so kind of after Billy, it just kind of like took off where I just started messaging people and
Mhm.
messaged Billy and I were talking about Cora and he's like, oh yeah, well let me message her. So he had messaged her and then we did now I have like a three-way with Cora and Billy. I did my first girl with Cora. I
Mhm.
ate my first pussy with Cora. So thank you, Cora, because I've had a huge crush on her forever. Um,
And it was your
and
first time with a woman, or you had been with a woman before?
no, it was
It was
my
your first time
first
with a
time
woman.
with a woman. And I tell you what, it was the best experience. I feel like it can never be better than that. It can never top Cora's pussy if you've never had it before. Um, and then just sort of it kind of went into there where, with Billy and Austin kind of backing me completely and having those names in my corner, more people are like, oh shit, she's actually worked with big people, or at least what we in the industry would look at as
Which goes to
independent, bigger
another
people.
point, because I always said this: your brand is based off of who you fuck, and people do pay attention to who you fuck on camera, and it makes a difference with your career. That's why a lot of content creator girls don't get no further than just doing OnlyFans. They don't get to shoot with the top stars because how can I put this? When you shoot with top stars, it makes you look different. It makes you stand out, and it also gives you that how can I put that paper trail per se.
Hmm.
I can go back and ask Billy. I can go back and ask Austin, how did she work? You know what I'm saying? And the other question we always ask, did she make you money? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah.
I think Billy said that I've done really well for him. He recommended me to Desperate, so I had my first Desperate shoot a couple of
Mm.
weeks ago, and I had my first BBC with Jay
Ooh.
Playhard. I know.
Shouts
I've
out to
done a
Jay
lot of
Playhard.
first. Um, so Chicago's coming up, and I've tried to like split everybody pretty fairly with more well-known people. I have a couple of newer people that are new to the industry because I I'm new to the industry. I'm literally baby brand new,
Mm-hmm.
but been very fortunate that I've AZ Pornstar has agreed to work with me.
Wow.
Rob Denali, Polly Lama has agreed to. Mr.
Wow.
Magic is going to work with me in Chicago. Like
Wow.
these really, I know, I'm rooming with Kata Kinks in Chicago. I feel like a fucking superstar. And like these big names are agreeing to work with me. I'm like, I'm a baby nobody, so I'm trying to work with
Mm-hmm.
people who are not completely established and maybe don't have a lot of followers, but you can see they have like even numbers of followers. Like they have X amount of followers, but they follow X amount of people. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
like they have 200 followers and they're following 3,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I just feel like we all start somewhere. And if somebody seems like they're really serious and they're really busting their ass to try to get collaborations and maybe they just haven't been fortunate, I'm just like, yeah, sure, you might make me money. And especially if you fit into that new sort of series I'm working on with the stepson thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you are like a younger guy or you look like you're in your 20s or something like that, I'm just like, I am all for you. And
Mm-hmm.
I also like, I know this is kind of a side topic, but I started doing some editing just for like some closer friend people. So that's kind of opened up doors for me as well. Like Jen
Mhm.
Cameron, Sexy Nurse Jen, everybody knows Jen.
Yeah, I done
So
interviewed her a couple of times.
she said that today. She's actually, I was just like, when do you fly back home? Because she's filming near me. And she goes,
Mhm.
4. I was like, that would have been the best. We could have just surprised everybody with you being on at the same time. Be like, by
That
the
would
way,
be a
Jen's
great
here.
surprise. Yes.
But she's opened some doors for me as well. So it's really like you realize it's really the people that you work with, just like in a regular job, it's the
Mhm.
people that you work with, your coworkers that you work with that really make it fun to make you successful as well. It's working as a team. And I was talking to other creators about this today, if you feel like you've been disrespected in some way, don't work with that person again. Separate yourself from that person. Sure, put the creation out. Sorry. I'm
Go ahead.
sorry, Jen's texting me. But put, you
Hi,
know,
Jen.
put, put that stuff out, but separate yourself from people who you feel have been disrespecting you, or
Mhm.
maybe the scene wasn't good because they chose somebody else over you and they just didn't come at you with that same gusto and excitement that
Mhm.
all creators, when they come together, should be excited about working with another creator. If you're not, don't work with that creator. Like if you don't
which
feel
which makes no
excited.
sense because when it comes to content creation, not the pages we'll get to in a second. You have a choice of who the fuck you fuck in front of that camera.
Yep.
So it makes no sense that it to me, especially if they're established or they have done this, you shouldn't have a problem performing because
Right.
it's no different than if, let's say, if I was still in the business and me and you was connected,
Hmm.
which would have happened. Would
Thank
have
you.
happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because one, I'm already attracted to you. Two, I already want to fuck you.
Hmm.
So those two things are already in place. So all it is us getting to know each other. So when we get together, the ice is already broke a little bit. So
Right.
when I hear like, well, nah, the content trade didn't go well, I'm like,
Shh.
how the fuck? And y'all sit there and talk for 3 months. That's
Yeah.
which proves what you are, or what you are on that phone may not be the same as you are in person sometimes.
Right, right. And it goes back to having people that you've collaborated with that are better known in the industry. You can go back and say, hey, how is this person working with them? I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, Billy's been I cannot tell you how much of a godsend Billy has been
Mhm.
with helping me get other creators to work with me because
Mhm.
literally those creators will say, oh, and I say, you know what? These are the people I've worked with, talk to them. Like
Mhm.
they will be honest with you about how you feel, how they feel about me. If
Mhm.
they think I am a good person to work with, if I'm easy to work with, if I'm a bitch, I want them to say no. And I will
Mhm.
always look at you and I'll say, what can I do better? What kind of feedback can you give me so that I'm better? Or did I do something right that I should continue doing?
Mhm.
So you have to be open also, even if you've been doing this for fucking years, there's
Mhm.
always new shit coming out. It's like science. There's new shit coming out every time. Not everybody wants to see the same old, "Well, let's do missionary, let's do doggy style, let's do this way, let's do this way."
Yeah.
You've got to be able to change it up and be willing to change it up and to, make your people happy and also open your door for other new collaborations.
Mhm. Yeah, because today I was looking at some one of these accounts posted a full video or something, and I was watching the full video, and I actually critiqued it. I gave it 3.5 stars. I said that her dick sucked with lackluster and lack intensity. The guy was boring as fuck because I didn't even hear him through the whole fucking scene.
Oh, you're gonna
You
love a recent one of mine then.
know? And no, because I think people got to realize, even though yes, you having sex, you still need to be performative in many ways.
Yes.
Give them a show.
Yeah.
And for you, how did you learn to give the show? Because, like I said, fucking on camera is not the same as we just fucking.
It is not. I I look, the video I did with Austin, my first video, I thought it was really hot. And
Mhm.
but then I looked at it and I was like, damn, I have no idea how to do this. And it's helped a lot with me editing other people's videos
Hmm.
and to see how other women do things.
Hmm.
Jen's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like I watch her giving blowjobs. I've kind of mimicked some of her stuff as well because one of my favorite things to do is give a blowjob. I didn't know how to give a porn blowjob. And
Mm.
so
So
I've
what's the difference? So the smokers can understand. What's the difference between a porn blowjob and a regular blowjob?
um so a so for me what I've learned a regular blowjob a porn blowjob I think you have to see be able to see more of what's going on.
Yeah.
So for me a regular blowjob if I can is two hand twisted and mouth at the
Hmm.
same time. I
Hmm.
can't do that all the time on a porn blowjob because you can't see shit and they want to be able to see it. So, I like deep throating. You can't fully deep throat constantly on a porn unless
Hmm.
they're face fucking. And, more spitting, more like I would
Hmm.
never normally just come out and spit on somebody's dick.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna huakta on somebody's dick. I'm sorry I did that. Please forgive me for saying that. I said I would never say that my entire life, and I just said it. Um, and like making noises like
Yeah.
I'd never do that when I'm giving a regular blowjob. I'm looking for
Uh-huh.
the guy's response, not me trying to act for a camera and for
Hmm.
people that are watching at home. Because I don't care if the guy's liking it or not. It's the people that are paying for the video, it's whether or not they like it. So it's kind of like disregarding what your partner's thinking at the time and thinking about the thousands of other people that are jacking off. Are they going to
Hmm.
like it?
Yeah, because see the thing about it as a viewer, so that people understand, I want to see that you actually enjoy sucking the dick. And the girl that I watched, I didn't think she wanted to suck his dick. Because no, at about two strokes of the mouth, she want to talk, jerk. She won't even put a lot of spit on it, not really much or what have you, period.
Right.
And even to the point where, like, this is what I don't get. When she rolled his face, right? She rolled her face in a 69 position, but she
Okay.
won't sucking the dick on the 69 inside. It was him, and she just moving and twerking. He can't even lick the pussy. And it's kind of like, this is what I mean by people. It's a difference between you can't come on set and fuck like you do in your bedroom
Nope.
because you have to be mindful of that camera. You have to be mindful of the fans because
Yep.
fans can tell whether you enjoyed it or not. And a scene that don't look enjoyable, trust me, will not sell. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks because that means you also have to know how to act. So yay for children's theater, I guess,
Well,
because
not
that's what I
necessarily know how
did.
to act because the reason why I say know how to act because you hear the girls talking about it's real sex. The closest to real sex we have is the content trade. Now, the paid
Hmm.
gig is different because it's more structured, more directed, depending upon the producer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when it's content trade, we control the action more so it's more closer to real. But you got to keep in mind that, for example, if you're gonna ride his face, we need to see that he's actually eating the fucking pussy. It ain't you just twerking, come up, and he just trying to lick the pussy. That's what he was
Just
doing
trying,
for real. I was sitting like,
just doing the
hold it
lizard thing.
down, nigga. When I had a girl do that shit, I was like, no, hold it. I be part the butt so they can see it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes men, you gotta take control of the scene. You
Yeah.
know. So so with you, do you squirt all the time in your shoots?
Uh, Certain companies do not allow me to squirt.
Yeah.
So I have to stop filming. I'm just kind of like have to call a timeout and be like, I gotta go to the bathroom right now. But there has not been a shoot that I have not squirted in since I started filming.
Mm,
There have been some that I haven't scored as much
mm,
for multiple different reasons. None of them my fault. I'm just gonna say that because I mean, I'm always down for squirting. Like I
mm,
don't care. Um, but I think unless I am not allowed to on camera, then yes. And then sometimes it does catch me by surprise. There's been a couple of times, like with Billy and with Austin, that we're in missionary, and I typically do not squirt in missionary position,
Mm.
but I like squirt it, and there's like if you watch the video with Austin, he looks at the camera like, did you get that on camera? And he's like literally looking at the camera on tripod because I squirted on him, and we both did not expect it. Because normally I'll be like, I'm about to squirt, I need to squirt, which means you need to pull out because you're holding me back from squirting. And that's why they'll pull out and they'll
Yeah,
slap
that's
my
my
foot
favorite
or my
thing to
butt.
do. As she
Yeah.
squirt, slap the pussy.
So so that's how I squirt easiest, but very rarely can I squirt with somebody blocking it. And
Mm,
if that's the case, like it happens sometimes, but yeah,
mm.
so pretty much all the time to answer your question, depending on the penis and the person is the amount of times that I can. So
Mm. So, do we do anal or looking to do anal?
yes, I do. My Billy's very happy about it. I think I think I have taken over to I think he told me that I am about either his first or second most amount of anal um that he's had with one person for
Mm,
filming. Um so yeah, I had not done anal since that relationship, and that was
mm.
like 20 years ago. So as you know, it takes a little bit of well, not you personally know, but like you know
Mm.
of, because
Yeah.
I don't know if you do anal, but
No, no. I mean, I don't take it in the ass, but I damn sure put it in one.
but depending on size, so I know there are a couple of people that I am collaborating with in um, Chicago that I have mentioned, and it is a size thing. So I
Mm,
am not ready for giant penis. I'm ready for a typical normal penis.
mm,
So yes, I do anal, but I'm not like anal queen just yet. I
mm,
am. I'm getting up there. I'm getting up there. I have goals. I have goals.
mm,
It's part of my
mm.
bucket list.
So, is gangbangs on your bucket list?
So I did my first three people. So I did,
Mm,
my first with Billy and Cora.
okay.
Um, and in Chicago, I have an unexpected male, male, female. And I
Oh.
believe I have a female. Actually, I definitely have one female, female, male with, if everything works out correctly, Cora and Mr. Magic.
Mm,
And I think I have an additional female, female, male with Jay and Levy. So,
mm,
um, and then the male, male, female, don't ask me who it is because my brain has completely left me. And I do know who it is, but I don't want to forget the other person.
mm.
And it's, I have a lot of collaborations for Chicago, and I can't
Okay.
believe I have so many. I just didn't think I
Well,
was
how
going
many
to do so
collabs you got?
many.
And two, and how you space them out that you won't wear yourself out? 'Cause I done
I'm going to
had
wear
girls
myself
that done wear themselves out trying to do all these damn collabs.
Okay, hang on. Let me look. I actually have my calendar in front of me. Um, so like Kata was gonna set up my first big gangbang because she is the queen of gangbangs.
Okay.
She's just so good at doing that. So to answer your question, let me get my spectacles on. I know. It's funny. This is what happens when you get old. So I arrived Thursday around noon, and my first collab is at 3 o'clock p.m. And then I have three after that.
Mm,
And then Friday morning I start at 9:30 a.m.
mm,
I'm working the pineapple support booth as well
mm,
on Friday and Saturday because mental health awareness in any industry is important, but I'm a veteran and it's important as a veteran to make sure that we cover all of our veterans for mental health support. And then now that we're in the industry, having that sort of support to help you out, especially like, oh, hey, my job found out, I'm in a lot of legal trouble, whatever the case may be, to have a group that is willing to come forward to help and fight for our rights and our mental health. I
Hmm.
just I just messaged them immediately and said, "Hey, I'm going to Chicago. Can I work your booth?" So I'm lucky enough to be working the booth with Jen and with Jen and Kata. But Friday I start at 9:30 a.m. and my last collab is at 10 p.m. I
Mm.
have an hour and a half open on Friday, and I am completely booked. I'm doing an hour and a half each collab with 30 minutes in between.
Mm.
And and then Saturday I start at 9 a.m.
This your
Uh,
first convention
it's my first one. I mean, I went to DC, but I solely went to
for
meet
one guy.
Austin.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
went for one guy
All
because
right,
women
don't
be
wear yourself
stupid.
out. Don't let me. I bring her back to premium smoke room. She said, "Man, after like the third C, I had to cancel."
I'm not canceling. I'm not canceling. I want everybody to know I'm not canceling. I am a
Well, I'm
fucking
be real with you
trooper.
because I know you military. I ain't worried about you because
And I'm a Gen X. Don't forget that. Gen
yeah,
X and
because
prior
older
military.
women and military equals fuck fest.
So this is my schedule.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
leave Sunday morning at like 8 a.m.
mm,
So I have that's why. I mean, I get there Thursday at noon and I leave Sunday morning at 8 a.m. So I can't do anything Sunday.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I like I said, pineapple support booth. I have stickers now, so I feel special. I'm like
Mm.
a real porn person with stickers.
So now you were talking about the mental health because
Yes.
people don't realize. Well, one, porn, believe it or not, does help with mental health. A lot of females that have had trauma in their younger life reclaim their power through this business. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Believe it or not, or what have you. But also, there's the downside because we done had superstars who had killed themselves and so forth on the past couple of years and stuff. So, why don't the regular public respect our mental health issues? And what I mean by respect it is like when it comes to veterans, they show a certain level of respect for the mental health.
Yeah.
Versus with us, they show a whole bunch of disrespect. So why don't we get that respect? Even though we're human beings, we're normal people, we just do extraordinary things.
Um, because it's kind of the same thing that I was talking about of us just sort of we still live in a back society where sex and sexuality are frowned upon. I don't think we have this kind of problem in other countries per se. I'm not saying like Saudi Arabia, stuff like that,
Mhm.
but I'm talking about like in the UK, um,
Yeah, Europe is
they
way ahead
are
of us on sexuality.
way more ahead of us, way more of interracial relationships. And, race is not a huge deal there. But for some reason, for whatever reason, even though we are the melting pot of every fucking country, we have we're so backwards in what we need to be in caring
Mhm.
for other people how we want to be cared for. And I think it has to do with everyone, and I'm not saying this doesn't happen in other countries, but I think everyone is out for themselves and it's a big me, 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 and it's only gotten worse the older I get. If there's more me, me, me. I used to live in Miami, so I know a lot about the me, me, me people.
Mhm.
Um, but I think a lot of people are just thinking about, well, me, I like you wouldn't be having these problems if you weren't such a whore and selling your body, and that's wrong. And I'm like, maybe so, maybe so. Maybe I wouldn't be having mental health, and I'm not saying I have them. I'm just saying in general, maybe I wouldn't be having mental health issues. But did you think if I worked at McDonald's for minimum wage and was, harassed by people every day that I work with, you think I wouldn't have mental health issues doing that as well. At least now I have a freedom of being able to pick and choose my coworkers,
Mm-hmm.
co-creators that I want to work with, unless it's a paid collab. And at least now, like you said, we're able to sort of dictate our trauma responses or how we respond to our past traumas by taking control of a situation. And men are the same way. There's multiple men in the agency that had sexual trauma growing up, and they use this as a way of sort of fighting back at
Mm-hmm.
those traumas that they had when they were younger. I was very fortunate that I have been very protected my whole entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not have any trauma. I was always the good girl. I know, I am on the smoke list. I never did drugs. I have never done drugs. I don't even drink alcohol. If you see me drink alcohol, it's going to be like one drink and I probably won't even finish it. So I'm gonna have so much fun when I go to Scotland and do the bar crawl that I'm gonna do, but we're just gonna go with it. Um, but I just think that our country is a bunch of me people and we're only concerned about ourselves. And so the mental health of other people, regardless of whether or not they do sex work, they don't care. It's like people who use narcotics. They're just like, oh, well, they shouldn't be on narcotics. That's their fault. Suicide prevention, same way. It's anything that doesn't it doesn't directly affect an individual, it's easy for them to not pay attention to or to not care about.
Yeah, you can tell from the voting, from it's just so many ways. Because my theory is the reason why we like that, because with England, majority of people are ancestral.
Hmm.
Majority of these people, their family grew up here, this, that, and third, from way back in the day. The only ancestral people we got them on reservations,
Right?
period. So because of that, that's why I tell everybody we're still a young country. England been here for centuries. France been here for centuries. You know, because even to the point when you think about some of the BDSM, some of that shit was actually torture during the Inquisitions. The
Hmm.
cross, the thing these
Yeah.
people be up there you spank, you know what I'm saying, the whoopings, the whips, period. Even when I think about bukkake, that was something that was used to humiliate a woman because she got caught cheating on her husband in Japan, and we done turned it into money,
Yeah.
period. Which is some hot shit I may add. But
I mean, it is. It's one of my goals is to have like multi facials because I do really enjoy facials. So
yeah, so it's kind of like, to me, I've been said this, and I'm gonna say it again. Oh,
sorry.
look, I'm surprised my cat ain't jumped up here and walked across the screen yet and want to rub me. Yeah, it must be up there with the mama. But I've been said this: America does not want, especially for women, them to be sexually aware and free. Period. Even when you think about it, just like you were saying when you was younger, we have the idea that a woman's in her prime of her 20s, based off if she can have a baby or not.
Right.
Think about that for people. I know people had babies in their goddamn 50s. Get the fuck out of here. And the baby didn't turn out messed up. You know what I'm saying? But to
Uh,
me, a woman and a person's in their prime when they know themselves the best, you know, because when you're an older woman, you can handle the stresses of this business a little bit better than when you're 20. Because when you're 20, you're impressionable. And two, your parents is younger and you worried about them finding out.
yeah. Yeah.
Period. So for you, how much of being an older woman stepping in this game gave you a saving grace mentally?
Uh, Actually, can you ask that one more time? I'm so
I said,
sorry.
how
You cut
much
out.
you stepping in this business and as an older woman helped you mentally and navigate this business better?
I mean, that's the whole thing is that I treat this like a business. This is I I have a vanilla life. I keep just like a regular job. I keep my job separate from my personal life. I don't
Mm,
have a personal life, but if I did, I would keep it separate. Um, but I think when you get to the point of I am going to do this, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to really buckle down and do it, which it didn't take me very long to realize that I kind of wanted to buckle down and do it and just say, fuck it, let's do it.
Mhm.
I think being it sounds crazy, but I think being 50 and again, I hate saying it like this, but being 50 and being like an attractive 50-year-old because I see the people that I graduated with and I'm like, okay, like I'm mediocre. I look better now than I did in high school. So like I think I look better now than I did in my 20s and in my 30s. For whatever reason, I think I've come into, okay, well, this is how I look. I guess this is how I look. So I'm gonna have to work with this is what I look like. Um, People tend to, if you are confident about yourself and your ability and what you bring to the table, people tend to want to work with you more.
Mhm.
And if you are like a really big go-getter and just, I, there's a lot of people who don't just fucking. I was just like, I'm just gonna fucking message AZ porn star. I'm gonna fucking message Rob Denali. I'm
Mhm.
gonna message Austin Michaels. Like, I'm gonna message every collaboration that I have for Chicago, with the exception of like two, I messaged them.
And see,
Jack
you don't hear
Human,
girls do that. And I've been said this a
yeah.
long time ago. Sometimes you making the message first and you making the contact first gets to shoot. Because you want to know why? All men wanted to feel wanted. There's nothing more wanted than her in my DM saying, I would love to work with you.
I mean,
You already won me over right there.
that's I mean that is literally what I did. And I said, "Hey," and I started working on collaborations probably I want to say a month ago.
Mm,
And there's still what 3 weeks before, so I
mm,
was almost 2 months out from Exotica, and even like people like Jack Human, and
mm,
I had messaged him a while ago. I'm like, hey, are you going to Chicago? And he's like, no, I'm not going to go to Chicago. I saw where he's going to Chicago. I messaged him again. I said, hey, you're going to Chicago. He goes, yeah, last minute. I said, last minute, you want to collaborate? He goes, you will be first, but it's going to be a last minute collaboration. I said, that's all fine and fucking great. Well, I'll do a last minute collaboration with you because I want to fucking collaborate with you. Like, I don't care. Um, but I did not get turned down but by one person, and that's because I messaged him in the last week and he was already full.
yeah.
So that's it. Everybody else that I wanted to collaborate with, I'm
Mm,
able to collaborate with. And I could not be more excited about it. And I know people cancel, but like I said, the majority of people that I am collaborating with are much better known, are well
mm,
known, and the people who are newer that I'm collaborating with would not like I kind of know they won't cancel. It sounds really stupid and terrible of me to say. I know that they won't cancel because I have a good feeling that they are professional and that they really want to do this.
mm,
Um, so, and also because I feel like they're like, oh my God, yes, I will collaborate with you, or oh my God, and they're the ones who message me, will you collaborate with me? And I'm
mm,
like, yeah, sure, I will collaborate with you. And then some people I'm not able to just because now I'm full, but I'm already like, hey, are you going to be in Miami? I'm planning on going to Miami. I'll
mm.
collaborate with you in Miami. Or if I get a cancellation, I'll be more than happy to
And
fit
see,
you
too,
in.
also you willing to travel, which really helps because one, it helps with bookings because it
Mhm.
shows the producers and the directors of the company that she's willing to travel. Because if I'm seeing you here and I'm seeing you here, it's gonna make me more over to book you because I know I ain't gonna hear no excuse about you not showing up or what have you. You know, a
Yeah.
lot of people don't realize people pay attention to that. They pay attention to who's at the conventions, how many conventions they go to, and how many people they shooting with.
Well, now
Which
I'm
is
not going to Jersey because I don't like Jersey, but that's no offense to Jersey. I'm
you're the
just
third
gonna
person that
say
I
right
am
now,
not going to Jersey.
I'm
Everyone
going to
tried to go to
Miami.
Jersey.
I'm going to Miami because I lived in Miami for 7 years. I love Miami. I loved being in Miami. And I have so many friends still in Miami. My horse is in Miami still, so I kind of should probably go visit my horse. But like, I know where to go for the best Cuban sandwiches. I know where to go for like I want to go to
You
Pinolandia.
don't have
Like
like
I
some
know all of this
yeah,
shit.
in the city.
Like I know where to go in Miami. Don't fuck with me. I'm a white girl in Miami. I was one of like seven people at my business where I worked that were white, and I'm just like, that's fine, whatever. I know how to order anything in Spanish, and I can order in Haitian also because I like Haitian food. So it's a win-win going to Miami. So
Almost definitely. Cause no, I enjoyed when I went to Miami. It was like way back in the day when I went to Miami. I went to the Milano Hotel. That was beautiful. That all white hotel. That's like
mm,
that is my bucket list to get a room in there for a night.
well,
Trust me.
you're gonna have to become a millionaire first, but it's
Oh yeah, I know. I know. Because the person that had a room in that bitch was worth millions.
oh yeah.
That I went to go visit. He was worth millions. I was like, he got us in the at one of them beachside hotels that was cheaper. He had the Milano chilling, goddamn, all white. Goddamn. I'm talking about even even the pool tables all white. Okay, people, is that real? You know, and people don't
Yeah.
realize that that's where they filmed the Godfather, the beach scene that they were at. You
Yep.
know, you know what I'm saying, what have you. And I love that infinity pool. Yes, I got drunk and jumped in that bitch fully clothed. That's how the ambiance of Miami works, bro. So,
So go to Miami. Go to Miami. Take your
so,
sunscreen. Go to Miami.
so for you, like I said before, also when you got into business, cause I hear a lot of girls say that they didn't realize how much the MILF, the hot wife, all that, the older women dominate this business now, walking in. So
Yeah.
you actually came in at the right time because right around, because people, let me explain it to you, right around the time of the pandemic, that's when it really changed because it was all about the older woman. So how do you feel that your age is an advantage, not a detriment?
Um, I mean, there are women, and I can't wait to meet some of them that are in their 60s and 70s that were porn stars in the 70s and 80s that are back doing it. And the fact that you are that sexually forward at that age is, I mean, that's something to be celebrated in all honesty. So, not it, jokingly, like, yeah, like I work by lying on my back, but you know what? At least I'm not lying on my back because I'm in bed, because I'm in pain, because I'm not taking care of myself, because I'm sick or whatever. Where a
Mm,
lot of people in their 50s are not able to do what I have to do. Like people are just like, okay, reverse cowgirl. You're on your feet, your arms are back, you're doing 3 to 5 minutes of cardio doing that. Sure, do you get to take a
yes.
break after that and change? Yeah, that takes a lot though. So if you can find a 50, 60, 70-year-old person that can keep up that way, I mean, that's how we can dominate the business because any 20 to 30-year-old can get that cardio, but like find a 50 to 60, 70-year-old
I don't
woman that
know,
can
cause
do
I
that
just seen some of
cardio.
y'all 50-year-olds put the 20-year-olds to shame. I ain't
Well,
even
they
gonna
just
lie.
aren't ready. They aren't ready.
Like for example, Savannah, so that was her damn name. She was Evan Stone's wife, Savannah Stone. They had a orgy scene, right? And I remember seeing this in a documentary. She was the oldest one there. She was like in her 40s. The other girls in their 20s. By the end of the scene, she the only girl still going and then tapped out. Then but and got all the guys to bust a nut while them young girls then got tired. So and it seemed like to me, which is worries me, women get better, more sexual, more sexual energy, more sexual stamina as they get old, while men are decreased.
Yeah,
Are
I mean,
decreased. I noticed that.
yeah,
Because you don't see
I
a lot of old male talent or stars coming back. You see the women, you don't see too many of the guys.
that's true. So I know eh, the only person, and I know I just started, but like Peter Fitzwell is probably I think well no, Mr. Maestro I guess is probably the Maestro is the probably the oldest man in the industry right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
Like professional Claudio Maestro. I think he's in his 60s now.
Mm.
Um, but and then I just collaborated with Peter Fitzwell. I think he's 57. Um, but then like I don't know. Let me put it this way. I don't know how Billy does it. Billy's 6 years younger than me. That man has the stamina of a freaking stallion, and I'm just like, how do you keep staying hard? I'm like, how do you keep staying hard like that? Like, if I was a man, I would be jealous of him to being able to do that.
But you, but
But
I ain't gonna front. Even with me, like I messed up. I messed around long. Last year, what happened last time I actually got some pussy, and it with me, I have strong stamina, but that runs in the family because even I
mhm.
knew that like my uncle, God bless the dead, that motherfucker had a baby at 60.
Oh God,
And
that's
to hear
brutal.
and it was funny because I was listening to his baby mama talk. She was like, shit, he made her tap out and she was in her 30s. I died out laughing at hearing this shit. So no, it's some men like Billy, myself, I could say Mr. Nuts, Richard Mann, guys in their 50s heading to their 60s that can still run.
Yeah,
But then, but that's the point, ain't a lot of them.
there really isn't. I would love to see one of the guys from the 70s or even from the 80s come back, much like some of the women have, because
Mhm.
I think that they would bring something, just something just sort of retro to it.
But see,
So
you gotta think too also.
I wouldn't collaborate with them because they're too old for me, but like that's fine.
But no, no, I'm gonna be real with you. If they came from the 70s, they can't last. They could only did 7 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes for the scene.
I mean, maybe, but
Because
there's breaks. There's breaks.
no, because the reason why I say that, right? I want people to do this. Go find an old 70s or old 80s movie. Time the fuck part. Don't time the skit or the scene, the talking part going to say no, the sex. Everyone I watched, and I timed it, 7 to 10 minutes. They might have got maybe two, maybe three positions in with a BJ. But it's 10 minutes. It wasn't that long. We didn't start wanting to do the 20 and the 30 minutes till we got in the 90s. Period. Just like even with anal, the dick used to be like a 7-inch dick, maybe 8 at best. We didn't start getting big dicks in the ass till the 90s.
Well, I'm still not getting big dicks in the ass, and it might take until I'm a 90 to get a big dick in my ass. I don't know. So,
Uh, all I know is I can imagine the squirt for that anal. Whoa.
yeah. Yeah. So I'm still very paranoid. So I'm as you can, I mean, like this is my pajamas. This is what I wear. I don't sleep in the nude. I'm like very conservative and everything like that. Yes, I have tattoos, but I'm very conservative. So like when I first started talking to Billy about doing anal, I was like, look, I'm really worried about poop particles. And like, I have this whole regimen I go through. I have this special thing that I use to clean out. And so before we do an anal scene, I'm actually like, can we do anal right now? Make sure there's nothing on it. And then we'll do anal for real.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was there was one scene that we were gonna do anal, but the we kind of did our practice thing, and then I was like, oh my God, you have to turn off the camera because I'm enjoying it too much, and I need you to turn off the camera because it was a what was that? Is it called like a CNC scene or something like that, like a
Mm-hmm.
pretend rape scene?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm enjoying it, and so like I'm breaking character. I'm like, I need you to just like turn off the camera for just a minute and just like fuck me in the ass and let me come, and then we can start again.
Yeah.
So, like,
No, but that's
and
something I used to do also. Like when I had girls come to me and we used to work for a weekend.
uh-huh,
That Friday night, if she did anal, we practiced it doing POV. We actually shot the scene, but we did it POV.
right.
So that one, her dick is already accustomed to my dick in her ass.
Mhm.
So it'll make it easier. So when the big camera comes in the next day, easy peasy. And even then, if she had never done anyone wanted to try it, I didn't put it on camera. I said, no, we're gonna play around a little bit and see if you can actually handle this, because I don't want to do this on camera and you look like you more in pain than you is in pleasure.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I mean, you literally have to practice. And when we did it with Cora, when we had the three of us together, um, I kind of told Cora, I was just like, "Do you mind going in the restroom really quickly? Like, do whatever you need to do, because Billy and I need to practice anal before I do anal." So I was just like, I mean, it's just like really awkward because like Cora's just sitting there going like brushing her teeth. She's like, "You guys done yet?" And I'm just like,
Oh
"Hang
my
on, you
god.
know." I was like, hang on, we're just making sure everything's stretched out here and ready to go. It's just that's the whole thing. Like to be you really have to trust the person you're with to do anal too, because you can get seriously fucking injured
Mhm.
um doing it, because you can rip something, tear something, because technically the
Yeah.
asshole is not supposed to be
Oh, I've
accepting
actually
things.
ripped a girl asshole one time,
Yes,
and it was
and
when we did missionary.
yeah, and I just that is one of the things I'm terrified of: poop particles and my asshole ripping. So like, yeah, but yeah, it's just you kind of have to do that practice thing. It's kind of like when you first meet somebody, it's just like, hey, how are you doing? My name is Molly. Let's go fuck.
Yeah,
You can't do that. You kind of have to like break the ice a little bit somehow, right? And you'd be like,
yeah.
okay, what are your do's and don'ts? Oh, what were your do's and don'ts? I'm gonna ask you a question. What were your do's and don'ts when you were, or like the things that you definitely didn't do when you were filming? People ask us that all the time, but has
Mhm.
anybody ever asked you that?
Yeah, actually.
Oh,
Um,
well, I'll go fuck myself then. Never mind.
yeah. Oh no, that was very rare because for most men, the only really don't would be don't put nothing in my ass. Don't stick a
I've
finger
heard
or anything
that a
like
lot.
that. That's the only thing. Now you can eat my ass, you can tongue fuck my ass, but don't put
Yeah.
the finger or dildo. We good. But I ain't mind no sucker on the balls. I even told a girl one time to choke me while she rode me. I mean, come on, I'm a freak like that. So, but
So,
but we always had to ask y'all
yeah.
because women always have the most don'ts. Period.
I have one. It's not that it's a don't.
Mhm.
It's that I if you do it, I have to really act like I'm enjoying it. And you're gonna be so mad when I tell you this. I do
But
not like to be eaten out. I hate it. I hate
wow,
it so much.
you are the
I
second woman I've ever met that don't like her pussy ate.
Yep. I don't. I also very rarely will kiss on camera.
That ain't nothing new. I haven't heard that before.
Yeah. So
I,
like
I used to
I'll
hate
kiss
that.
Cora. I kissed Cora on camera. I don't know that I've ever kissed Billy on camera, but I kissed Cora on camera. Um and we swapped cum. But like
Yeah.
but like I think she might be the only person I've actually truly said like, "No, I want to kiss you on camera. Are you okay with that?" So, yeah.
Well, for me, I used to hate working with girls that didn't kiss,
Hmm.
only because one, I'm a kisser anyway, and then two, it limits the scenes that we do, and it's kind of, in my opinion, not realistic. Because the reason why I say
Right.
that, right? Even in a random hookup, you kiss the motherfucker at some point. Period. For most women. Now, I ain't saying you different, but
I am
you know what
very
I'm
different.
saying. Period. And then two, if I want you to play my wife, how the fuck it look we don't kiss?
I mean, that's definitely like very, very different. I have collaborated with one guy before, and he's like, "I don't kiss." I was like, "Good, because I don't kiss either." But I know a lot of the scenes that I do, kissing would be weird anyway. Um, so like,
So what type of scenes do you do
um,
that would make it weird?
uh, so a lot of them are like just I don't know. It sounds really crazy, but I'll just like spur of the moment, I'll look at somebody and be like, "Hey, would you be cool with this kind of scene?" And it's
Mhm.
usually not going to be something that it's so romantic and ooh together sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
So I've done cheating wife POV. I did
Mhm.
like I did patient nurse. I
Mm,
did doctor, nurse,
mm,
patient. Um, I think even the gonzo fucking, don't, I didn't kiss.
mm.
It just kind of like is a random sort of thing. And I don't know.
So
To
I'm gonna
me,
ask you this:
kissing is very intimate.
is your sex on camera sensual or more high power, intense, rough? Because that's the telltale right there. Because usually girls that don't kiss, they want it intense and they want it wild, they want it rough. There ain't nothing sensual about it.
I'm pretty fucking intense. Like
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty intense. I'm like I want to get in there, I want to get my job done, and I want to get done, and I'm done. That's it. Like
Yeah, yeah. See,
I'm like
I would have
I'm
known
very
with you.
intense.
I'd be like, I ain't okay because she don't kiss. Okay, then so I could pull that hair, I could slap that ass, I could rough her up a little bit. She don't want to be
Yeah.
romantic. She wants to be fucked.
Yeah, and I'm just and that's probably also why I don't have time for a relationship because I don't have time for the BS and I feel like the sensual ooh and I'm just not a touchy feely kind of person anyway. Like I mean sometimes after if I've had a hard day like shooting, I'll go up to Billy and I'll be just like, don't talk to me, just let me give you a hug or I'll hug another creator just because I'm just like, I need a little bit of like
Mhm.
affection after just fucking people on camera, but I don't want the affection that comes with,
I
if
would
that
say
makes
what's funny, right?
sense.
Now my fans, if I shot with her, would have asked me this one question. Bob, why you eat her pussy in none of the scenes?
Well, it was so funny because Billy, when we were shooting with Desperate, it was really funny because, hey, shh, to shoot with somebody you've shot with
Yeah,
multiple times before. He's like, I won't eat you out. I know how much you hate that. And I was just
yeah.
like, I mean, but it's fine also because we're getting paid. So, like, if they want to see that, let's do that. Like, that's fine. Also, I don't do cream pies.
Mm.
I don't let somebody come inside. Any cream pie you see, I hate to say it, is not real. It is fake. It is fake as
I've
fake
done
can be.
very, very few cream pies. Mostly because I never wanted to, because I was always afraid of having a porn baby. And I know that my nut is
Well, I
power
can't get
use.
pregnant.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I can't get pregnant. It's just
So you
because
the
I don't
ultimate
want to.
cream pie, don't like it. But I feel you.
Well, because I don't want to walk around like okay, so let's just say I have sex with uh A and he cream pies me. And then 30 minutes later, I have sex with B and B wants to go down on me. To me, it is a respect issue of a you're eating me out. Yes, I know I don't like it, but I will do for the camera if that's what their people like. And sometimes I will do it. But now I have some guy's sperm inside of me that has not fully came out, and now you're eating it. And I'm just like, that seems gross if you are not aware of that. And I understand it's industry, it's expected, it's probably going to happen, but you know what? It's not going to happen because of me. So that's how I be. I
Oh
just
no,
don't
I
like to do
understand
it.
because that's the
Yeah.
reason why I used to love fucking you fresh. I mean, I'm the first
Right.
because I ain't got to worry about coming behind nobody. And then two, it's like it's nothing worse than you get the girl you like third person down and she's tired, a little worn out, so they say ain't gonna be as intense. Nah, I used to be like, nah, I need to be first. I don't mean no harm.
Well, I do have to say, full disclosure, my very last collab on Saturday before I leave, allegedly there will be a cream pie. But this person has been asking for a cream pie for a while, and I'm just like, you're lucky I like you. I'm going to let you do that for
And
me.
see, too,
So,
also with the cream pie, you have to be able to push it out, people. It's not going to work
yeah.
if you don't push it out.
Yeah. And so, I mean, it's also up to the guy not to shove it all the way up in there to your
Yeah,
cervix
yeah,
either,
he
because
got
then
to
you have to
know.
jump up and down.
Yeah, trust me, I made that mistake plenty of times. That day. I'm way in the dick, and I'm expecting her to push it out from way in the back. So I had to learn right when I know I'm about to nut, pull out just slightly enough to where I can come at the edge to where it just ooze out. You
Yep.
know.
And you guys have a hard job too. I mean, you got to keep your dick hard the whole time. And even with somebody you don't find attractive and you don't like to work with, you got to be professional, keep that dick hard. I mean, all we have to go is ew, ew, ew. And then I mean, I
Trust
do
me,
have to squirt. I guess that's what I got. I can pretend like I come, but I can't pretend like I'm squirting.
oh my
So.
God. I would have just enjoyed working with you for the squirt part. I've been like, shit. Want me to squirt every scene? Yes, every scene. We're gonna try to do that. And it'll be my challenge
Every
to make you
scene.
squirt every
Well,
scene.
i- it is, it is, it is definitely one of those things I'm most worried about filming as much as I'm going to in Chicago. But I have filmed 4 scenes back to back and have squirted each time in one day. So I am confident I can do that with 4 to 5 new dicks every day because new dicks
Hmm.
that I will be able to squirt as long as they bring like a little something to the table.
Yes.
At least a little something.
Oh my God. So people, I done held this gorgeous squirting milk up here for over an hour. And we ain't even talked about a whole bunch of stuff. So you know what that means. I got to ask this gorgeous lady the $1 million question. Molly McSquirts, can I call you a smoke buddy?
Yes, absolutely.
Say no more. So that means people, you know what that means when they say yeah, that means they're gonna be back here. They're gonna be back in the smokers lounge. And we're gonna bring her back dressing a little bit sexy, be able to show some tits, show some booty.
I already
We,
heard about this. Jen's like the second time he's gonna make you show her your boobs. I was like,
yes, we talking
hi.
about the premium smoke room on loyal fans, people. That's right. 4 premium podcasts for you to enjoy, plus special events. And I even go live on X from the premium smoke room. And you know what happens in the premium smoke room. The conversation gets way more saucier. Tits come out. Dildos might pop out. You don't know what might pop off unless you subscribe. And you can even check out my work as I give ladies the work because big dicks grow in the sticks, ladies and gentlemen. That's why they used to call me Big Country. You feel me? And for my people over on Spotify, I got you over there as well. I got a member section over there where I have had the smoke on it, where I give controversial opinion, rants, opinionated. You know, I really get loose on some topics. You feel me? No telling what it might be. And Savage Smoke, where I talk to the industry's top male talented producers. We give you that real smoke about the business from a male perspective, as well as 400 episodes of arrangement of different podcasts I did in the past for you to binge, watch, and listen to people. You feel me? And I even got some specials going for both the for people that's over there on Spotify to get a discount for the premium smoke room, and as well as some stuff, some nice stuff for the people over there. So there you go, people. So with that being said, Miss McSquirt, tell everybody where you can spend money on you, where they can spend money on you, baby.
Oh, I would say don't go to OnlyFans because I'm trying to get off of OnlyFans. I didn't say that out loud, but I am on Fap House. I am on X Hamster. I'm on MiniVids as well, and I'm also on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it. I'm Molly McS triple X, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah, you can pretty much, you can find me pretty much anywhere with Molly McS or Molly McSquirts. I'm everywhere.
There you go, people. So what do we smoke up? What do we learn today? Well, we learned squirting is not peeing, not all the time.
No, it's not.
And sometimes porn gives you first. I told you, porn allows us to, well, actually allows what I call the grace of sexual discovery. Because a lot of times we don't get to do certain things sexually in our personal life that we get to do in porn, period. And also, more importantly, like she said, it's a business. And we have to treat it as such. Because anytime when you make money, you have to keep up with paperwork. You have to get tested or stuff like that. It's a business. And if y'all don't understand that, you will never be successful. Part of a business is elevating your business. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all don't do that. See, when it comes, and two, on top of that, when we film, once again, business. All this is part of business. So if you coming into this thinking that it's just as simple as me walking on set, fucking, me stuffing a dildo in my coochie and posting the video 50 goddamn times on Twitter gonna make you money, think again. Because it's not about 1 month. It's not about one scene. It's about consistency, persistency, and patience. Because if you think you're gonna make 1 million your first year, not everybody that lucky. Sometimes it's better to bubble quietly, then blow, than to blow completely and phase out the following year. You feel me? And like I said, once again, keyword, business. Everybody she done worked with has a name. Because of that name, she gained more. She gained work. She gained more important shoots. Do you understand? AZ porn stars very particular about who the fuck he fuck on that camera. So if he chooses your ass, you damn good at what the fuck you do. And I don't even want to get into Billy. You know how many times Billy used to complain about some of these girls on here. So if he actually says let's work, you about your business. It's a compliment. So what I want you people to learn is more importantly, whether it's women or men, the key to being successful in this business is acting and moving and participating in this as a business man or woman should. Simple as that. So, you know how we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. Say goodbye to him, Molly.
Goodbye to them, Molly.
See, she didn't watch Gracie and George Burns. See, I see she didn't watch that before. We out.